Dr. John Demartini opens the conversation by revealing a profound yet often overlooked principle underlying the cosmos and human experience, a hidden order behind every perception, judgment, and experience. Drawing upon information theory pioneered by figures such as Claude Shannon, Dr. Demartini explains that what we commonly perceive as disorder or chaos is essentially missing information. This missing information results from unconscious biases and filtering mechanisms in the brain, especially within the amygdala, which causes us to focus on positives while ignoring negatives, or vice versa. Consequently, our initial interpretations of events or people are skewed, leading to illusions, fantasies, or nightmares. However, by actively asking the right questions and reclaiming this hidden information, one can uncover the intrinsic balance and order beneath apparent chaos. This framework presents consciousness not as a static state, but as a dynamic interplay of awareness emerging from bringing unconscious perceptions into full view. Dr. Demartini equates the ability to view complementary opposites simultaneously, the positive and negative aspects of any experience, as a synthetic process that breeds love, authenticity, and true understanding. By rebalancing perceptions and acknowledging the full spectrum of reality, we develop a more objective, grounded way of knowing ourselves and others. A central theme of Dr. Demartini's explanation revolves around the amygdala's evolutionary survival mechanisms. Our brain tends to exaggerate positives or negatives to ensure survival, whether by perceiving a potential threat when none exists or by idealizing something that may have drawbacks. While this reflex can be protective, it results in partial perspectives, fueling impulsive or compulsive behaviors and emotional distortions. These skewed evaluations trap individuals in cycles of seeking gratification or avoidance, often causing suffering. Intuition acts as a counterbalance to these amygdala-driven biases. It brings negative feedback in the form of anxiety, fear, and doubt, whispering the aspects of reality that we unconsciously omit. Dr. Demartini highlights that these warning signals are not enemies to be eliminated, but rather vital guides to deepen awareness and promote internal balance. When individuals honor this intuitive feedback by posing reflective questions, they activate higher brain centers such as the medial prefrontal cortex, allowing wisdom and clarity to emerge beyond fragmented emotional responses. Living in a state of unawareness, dominated by impulsive and emotional reactions, exacts a significant physiological and psychological toll. Dr. Demartini connects the concept of entropy, the universal tendency toward disorder and decay, with the manifestation of illness in individuals. When the brain is governed by amygdala-driven fear and avoidance or compulsive seeking, it triggers sympathetic and parasympathetic imbalances that translate into epigenetic changes. Mitochondrial function diminishes under stress, while oxidative stress accelerates cellular aging. He explains that being grounded in conscious presence and executive function actually increases vitality, reduces symptoms commonly associated with aging, and effectively promotes longevity. Illness thus acts as a biological feedback mechanism, signaling the misalignment between unconscious impulses and authentic values. Maintaining balance and acting from a place of integrated awareness helps maintain physiological homeostasis and supports the long-term health of mind and body. A cornerstone of Dr. Demartini's model is the idea that human behavior emerges from a personal hierarchy of values that is uniquely structured within each individual. People often struggle because they confuse imposed social values or ideals with their authentic priorities. This disconnect creates inner conflict and perceived self-sabotage when actions do not align with stated intentions, such as desiring wealth but spending in ways that contradict its accumulation. Dr. Demartini emphasizes that what one's life demonstrates through consistent actions is far more revealing of true values than verbal claims. By identifying one's real hierarchy of values based on lived experience rather than external expectations, clarity emerges. This allows individuals to stop chasing fantasies or false ideals and instead walk their own path in alignment with what genuinely matters to them. This clarity fosters spontaneous motivation, reduces internal conflict, and brings people fully into their authentic selves, dissolving illusions and habitual patterns that obscure self-knowledge. Dr. Demartini describes compulsive behaviors and addictions as compensatory mechanisms for deeper, unfulfilled highest values rather than inexplicable problems or saboteurs. Even addiction and immediate gratification impulses serve unconscious purposes, often protecting or attempting to fulfill core needs that remain unattended. By carefully exploring the benefits that such behaviors provide, beyond surface-level appearances, he facilitates uncovering their underlying motives and values. This approach frames disorders or disruptive patterns not as moral failings, but as signals requiring compassionate inquiry and redirection. When a person reconnects with their underlying higher values and discovers meaningful, inspiring goals, the impulsive need for immediate fixes naturally diminishes. The example given of a successful businessman whose drinking escalated post-sale but reduced upon re-engaging with meaningful deal-making exemplifies this transformative dynamic. Dr. Demartini stresses that genuine wisdom and love emerge through the simultaneous recognition and integration of polarities, what Western philosophy often terms the unity of opposites. One cannot truly appreciate virtues without acknowledging their shadow sides. Admiration implies unconscious despise of the opposite, and vice versa. This dynamic extends from human psychology to cosmology, mirroring fundamental natural laws of balance. By deliberately asking questions to identify what is overlooked in judgments, both the upside in what is despised and the downside in what is admired, individuals expand their perceptual horizons and achieve a more holistic grasp of reality. This practice transcends reductionist dualism and invites an experience of presence where paradox is no longer a source of conflict, but of gratitude and love. Dr. Demartini identifies this relationship as the essence of wisdom, the love of wisdom and the wisdom of love, as inseparable and mutually sustaining forces. Despite Dr. Demartini's deep scholarship in a vast array of disciplines, from quantum physics to theology, he humbly underscores the inherent finitude of human knowledge. Drawing on Socrates' famous stance of knowing nothing, he reminds that even the greatest minds possess awareness only of infinitesimal amounts compared to the immensity of the cosmos and the mysteries of existence. The more knowledge one acquires, the more questions arise, propelling a continuous journey of holy curiosity. This perspective dissolves the illusion of final enlightenment or absolute certainty. Instead, the path is one of embracing mystery and paradox, recognizing our own tiny place within an infinitely complex, evolving, participatory universe. The vision he offers honors the cosmic scale, from the Planck length to galaxies, and invites a reverence for awe, humility, and ongoing exploration. Early in life, Dr. Demartini made a conscious decision to devote himself to mastery over 7 dimensions of life: spiritual, mental, vocational, financial, family, social, and physical. He has consistently prioritized high-value activities aligned with his mission: teaching, writing, researching, and traveling, and systematically delegated tasks that do not support these highest priorities. Delegation, he explains, is essential for self-actualization and personal growth, freeing one's creative energy to focus on what truly matters. He warns against common excuses for not delegating, such as believing, "I can do it better myself," or fearing lack of control. Instead, by embracing prioritization and strategic delegation, individuals can avoid wasted energy on low-impact tasks and maintain a clear, inspired daily flow. This focused living keeps distractions at bay and strengthens motivation, ultimately allowing one to walk the talk and embody highest values naturally. Dr. Demartini unpacks ambition as an inherently dualistic condition, a capacity to hold both sides of a reality simultaneously. However, the mind's amygdala can distort ambition into chasing fantasies, all positive with no negatives, or falling into nightmares, all negatives with no positives. This creates inner conflict and anxiety, which serve as important feedback to discern realistic goals from illusions. True wisdom lies in using the executive brain's function to neutralize exaggerated emotions and balance opposing forces, transforming fantasies into achievable objectives. When individuals relinquish rigid expectations and embrace the imperfect, multifaceted nature of goals and relationships, they cultivate resilience, reduce frustration, and operate from a grounded mission orientation rather than fleeting passions or suffering. Ambition, therefore, becomes a balanced dance of pain and pleasure, challenge and reward. The conversation delves into the vastness of the universe and the minute nature of human significance on the cosmic scale, juxtaposing it with the intimate potency of consciousness. Dr. Demartini speculates on a participatory universe that is infinite in scope and time, where complementary opposites are expressed and synthesized at every scale, from quantum vacuum fluctuations to galactic cycles. He embraces the possibility that consciousness itself might extend beyond the brain, perhaps interconnected with quantum processes underlying reality. His reflections tie together theological, philosophical, and scientific traditions, including ideas from Hermeticism, Gnosticism, and modern physics, suggesting that all phenomena ultimately emanate from and return to a unified essential self, or logos. This framework dissolves rigid materialism and invites recognition of a living cosmic order characterized by love and synchronicity. Dr. Demartini describes his extensive and systematic approach to learning as an evolving craft. Leveraging his understanding of value-driven engagement and cognitive mechanisms like the reticular activating system and pulvinar nuclei, he developed personalized strategies for speed reading, note-taking, and synthesis of knowledge. By continually asking how any new information serves his highest value, the evolution of human consciousness, he focused his attention and memory on the most pertinent materials. He acknowledges the challenge of differentiating original ideas from accumulated knowledge, but frames originality largely as innovative synthesis, a weaving together of timeless principles into new, integrative frameworks. His development of questions enabling individuals to access complementary opposites simultaneously is one such original methodology, aimed at bringing about deeper wisdom and emotional coherence across cultures.